If I had the power to change one thing in the history of India, by Khushal Devadiga, Class 9. I often think about this. What would I do if I had the power to change one thing in the history of our country, India? If I had the power to do so, I would prevent the partition of 1947. The partition of India, which led to the formation of India and Pakistan, caused one of the most tragic and humanitarian crises in history. It resulted in the displacement of millions of people, widespread communal violence, and a legacy of hostility between the two nations that continue to this day. By preventing this event, I believe India's history would have taken a far more peaceful and harmonious path. The partition was marked by an unusual violence as religious communities like Hindus, Muslims, and Sikhs were pitted against each other. Families were torn apart, villages were destroyed, and the deep seated mistrust between communities only grew. Preventing this would have saved many lives and fostered great unity within the country. A united India, inclusive of all its religious and cultural diversity, could have built a stronger national identity that celebrated harmony rather than division. Moreover, the economic potential of a united India would have been immense. The combined resources and markets of India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh would have created a stronger economic bloc capable of addressing challenges like poverty, inequality, and underdevelopment more effectively. In addition to this, a united India would have had a greater geographical stability. Ultimately, preventing the partition of India would have fostered a more peaceful, prosperous, and united nation free from all the scars of division that continue to affect the region till today.
The Secret of the Pyramids by Spandan Wag, Class 10. Pyramids are a fascinating but also mysterious construction. The pyramids have a deep backstory based on variety of invented hypotheses. But why are pyramids considered such a harsh concept? Well, there are various reasons. The first reason is the most common, the amount of hard labor. Every single block of the Egyptian pyramid weighed over 2.5 tons, while the largest one weighed almost 80 tons. So, let's discuss about how these pyramids were built. Several hypotheses have been proposed on this issue. The first one is called the ram theory. According to this explanation, the blocks were carried by a large number of people when the sand in the road was moist, potentially reducing friction. Blocks were moved on rams to form the top section, which were thought to be constructed of wood or sand. The second theory is the water shaft theory. According to this belief, the massive slabs of stone required to build the pyramids were transported on floating rafts along the Nile River during the annual 4-month flood season. This made transportation considerably easy. The third idea, which is the least recognized, involves aliens. Some individuals think that aliens arrived on Earth and used their technology to build the pyramids. The last theory talks about ancient civilizations. Ancient civilizations possessed significantly more advanced technology than modern times. This was a view that was not widely embraced by the public. Finally, experts and archaeologists agreed that it was simply created by the Egyptians, with some believing it took 20 to 30 years and others believing it took 80 plus years. However, the enigma remains unexplained in the absence of concrete proof.